It's musical people and journeys. It's Nigel Matthews and his wicked panel. It's Ian. It's Nathan. It's Chris. And it's Trish. And it's some random dude that looks like Nathan. Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Hello.
Hello.
So, if it's your first time listening to the show, we are reviewing all the latest rock albums. We rate them out of 5. Will they get into a Hall of Fame? Will for this particular posse win our album of the month? So this is episode 3 with my posse, and we are reviewing Kaiser Chiefs and their album, the Easy 8th album. Well, if you've not heard of Kaiser Chiefs, an English indie rock band from Leeds who were formed in '96. This is interesting, as they formed as Rushton Parva before reforming as Parva in 2000. Releasing 1 studio album, 22 in 2003, before renaming and re-establishing themselves in their current name in the same year. Since their formation, the band has consisted of lead vocalist Ricky Wilson, guitarist Andrew White, bassist Simon Ricks, keyboardist Nick Peanut Baines, and since 2013, drummer VJ Mystery, who replaced founding drummer Nick Hodgson following his departure from the band in 2012. Right, so I think this could be a little bit of like love or hate, maybe today in terms of Kaiser Chiefs. But let's start with you, Chris. Then, what did you think of Kaiser Chiefs? Are you a fan?
So yes and no. There's some stuff I listen to, some stuff I don't. I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't say that they are. Yeah, if you ask me what sort of music I listen to, Kaiser Chiefs, as they probably should be, isn't in the list. Just because I will listen, but they're not one of my go-tos. For this album, I mean, I think the easiest way to sum it up is it's Kaiser Chiefs. What are you expecting? Because they're doing what they do, and they're doing it the way they do it. They called it the Easy 8th album for a reason. I get the feeling they didn't feel like straying too far outside of what they know how to do and what they know how to do well, because they don't do albums with it for no reason. There's decent variety, there's some ballads and there's some heavier tunes, but there's nothing in there that I would say this is a reason for this to be a classic album. I wouldn't say there's any showstoppers, any scene stealers. It's just Kaiser Chiefs being Kaiser Chiefs, and in fairness, they're doing it well.
Nathan, bit of Kaiser Chiefs float your boat?
Nah. I feel like I'm really shocked to hear you say that, Chris. I suppose I haven't heard anything from the Kaisers since their second album, I guess. What was Ruby on? Whatever that one album was. So I was kind of shocked. Like, I didn't know they'd become a sort of disco pop band. Maybe I haven't listened to the right album. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? But the artwork's the same, so I don't know. It seems like they've had a bit of a word with whoever got hold of Maroon 5 and was like, nah, don't write guitar riffs anymore. Just do that fucking song about Jagger. Like, it feels like someone's had a word like that and just be like, whatever you used to do when you introduced them as an indie rock band. Like, there wasn't any, was there any? I mean, Beautiful Girl sound a bit like the Smiths. I quite liked that. I quite like the guitar work on it, actually. There's a few little licks and tasty little numbers. I was a bit surprised to hear you say they've got a drummer, because that's a drum machine. Like, it doesn't seem real. He must have been bored. I think if you look at the track listings, nothing's over 4 minutes, I don't think. They're clear, and a lot of them are under 3. And so, like, they're clearly a pop. They're clearly still, pop. And yet, where's the hit on this? Where's the song, or even the 2 songs? I don't think there's anything on here that you'd be like, wow, man, the Kaisers are back. And I understand the industry's moved on slightly, but like, I don't think there's anything like that. So when they called it the Easy 8th album, I think you're right in that they just went, well, we've got a load of songs we didn't put on the last album. Just whack them on here. Cool, done.
Ian, Kaiser fan?
They were wrong about predicting that riot, weren't they? That's never happened. Someone had to say it. Yeah, it was going to be me, wasn't it? I got to be honest. I really started to like the Kaiser Chiefs when I watched The Voice and Ricky Wilson was on that. As I got to learn about him and what some of the things he would say, whatnot, just open up to saying, actually, there's more to this guy than just the front singer of a pretty good Leeds rock band, albeit pop rock. So I was quite interested to hear the evolution of Kaiser Chiefs. Definitely pop rock, but that's to be expected, so no surprises there. But what I thought there was a really gorgeous, fresh sound, especially in that opening track. And when I say gorgeous and fresh, I don't mean contemporary fresh. I'm talking like with that, when Prince and INXS first brought out albums and when INXS brought out their album Kick and Prince elevated stuff, you just got a lovely fresh sound to it. Kaiser Chiefs have done that in this, certainly with that opening track, Feeling All Right. I really like that. I like the arrangement and the production on it, especially with How to Dance. I really enjoyed that total. They did a link up with a guy called Hack Baker, who's from house grime genre, but I'm not sure what he bought. I thought he might have been producing it, but it isn't him that's produced it. I couldn't really tell what he was on there. And Hack Baker's something from house and grime that I actually quite like. I'm not a real fan of that genre, but he's the Streets' biggest song, Cry Your Eyes Mate, is arguably, any Streets fans will say it's the worst song they've done because they just sold out commercially. But it's that type of feel to it. Well,
why are we bashing the Streets?
I know, right?
No, we're not. No. I'm just saying.
I don't like the Streets either, but this guys.
I love it.
No, I'm not bashing them at all. I'm just saying what a lot of fans I've heard. So apologies, Streets, but that's what I've heard about from Streets fans is listen to their other music if you want to hear what real Streets is. But so I was a bit disappointed when a vocalist comes on now or a guest comes on. I'm hoping they're going to bring something extra, or the artist is showcasing someone new, perhaps with their talent. But I don't quite know what he bought. But that aside, it was a good album. It was a very good album. Standout tracks for me were "Burning in Flames," "Beautiful Girl," "Jealousy," and "The Lads." I thought "The Lads" is a really good, like, tongue-in-cheek, quite happy, quite a good little song about English culture. I thought, to be honest. Yeah, all in all, easy 8th album, easy one to listen to.
So she's not a lad, but she is one of the lads. Trish White.
Yeah.
Hello. This album is quick and sharp at 29 minutes long. The album's majority funk dance sound, which I really like, and a different direction for them. But then they do go back to their roots of their bread and butter sound with Reasons to Stay Alive, which I think will have crowds jumping up and down at gigs. I also love the track How to Dance. This album is a breath of fresh air and a welcome return for the Kaisers. It's feel-good, happy album worth repeated listens.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to put it out there. I really like I'm a fan. I like the Chiefs. I can't help it. I think Ricky Wilson's a good lad. I think they're a really audible band. They're really nice. And I love indie rock. I do. However, this album is titled the Easy 8 album, and that's exactly what it is. No words about it. It's fun. It's easy. It's not complicated, and it's not perfect. It just leads the question is, will it be easily forgotten? And that's the crux of it. I hope not, but I have a feeling it will be. I don't think it's going to be a classic, but it's fun and it's good. Highlights How to Dance, I agree, and Reasons to Stay Alive. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a fun album. I'd say it was. You could literally, if you're in that mood, if you're in that kind of pop, kind of rock mood, it's a great album to kind of listen to if that's your thing as well. But that's exactly what it is. And they have gone less edgy. There's no two ways about it. This album is more direction of kind of more commercial pop rock. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was good. Right. Do you agree? do disagree. Nate, what have people got to do, Nathan? Tell me, what have people got to do out there, mate?
Is it like, share, and subscribe?
That's it! My God, we got him to say like, subscribe, and do you agree with Kaiser Chief? Do you agree with Nathan? Do you agree with the rest of us? Or are you somewhere on the fence? Please leave your comments below. Always good to hear. Anyway, thank you for now. Keep safe out there, and tune in for the next one. Goodbye for now.